Austin, Texas, DKR Texas Memorial Stadium. But this isn't any regular matchup. It's a battle of top tens, a couple of forces meeting head-to-head where one team will try to make a resonating statement. It's the Georgia Bulldogs and the Texas Longhorns. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Here in Austin, DKR is one of the most iconic stadiums in college football. Texas Memorial Stadium, the fans, the burnt orange. You've got Bevo here on the sideline. There is so much love every time you come to a college football game here. History in the making at DKR. Guys, back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Kick off first, and here we go. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal game.
Entering settings screen, you have 30 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected. Subtitle accessibility option to toggle menu narration. Audio is only available when connected to servers.
Return. And on that kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. That is their sophomore starting wide receiver. Hope he's just shaken up momentarily. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on it. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Scanning the field, it's Stockton. And down he goes back at the 3.
And listen to this crowd. On the opening play of the game, the defense picks up a huge sack and they force a negative play. And just imagine, David, being this quarterback for a moment. You're already facing a lot of pressure. You're already facing a great pass rush. And it just feels like a tidal wave of emotion putting you in a hole early in the game. It'll be interesting to see how this offense can respond.
Yeah, I'm looking over and I'm like, all right, let's run something safe, right? Like, that couldn't have gone worse to start this game. Interested to see how they respond. We can't just get pass happy, right, and put ourselves in a bad situation. But this offense has got to do something here on second down. Got to at least quiet the crowd down a little bit because they are going bananas.
Georgia lining up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Got it near midfield. He's brought down, not a lot of room to take that one back. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. The Longhorns have a lot of options on second and inches. Blasted as he lets it go. Middle of the field, Coleman's got it. And he's knocked down. They'll mark it at the 15. It's a first down in the red zone. And the Longhorns looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Manning on play action. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorn. Into the end zone for 6. Smokey the Cannon, not the only one using explosives around here, and it has electrified this Longhorn crowd.
I mean, coming out on point, coming out dissecting the defense, scoring early. In front of this crowd, you know good and well, all these fans love their school. Texas has got so much pride. This gets them going early.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. He is snowed under nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Keep it on the ground. Uh-oh, look out. There he goes. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. And those hairy dogs taking a bite out of another first down.
You don't usually find Georgia teams that complicate things. They know who they are, and it starts with running the football, establishing the line of scrimmage. That's what the dogs do.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Humphries. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15.
And what a great job by the QB, man. Seeing the blitz, understanding I got to get the football out of my hands as soon as I possibly can, and he puts it on the numbers to his receiver where he can get those yards after the catch. Great timing, but more importantly, great job seeing what that defense was doing and getting rid of the football.
Could not make his way to the corner.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page.
Pick off! What a play by this defense!
What a great job by the defense that time. Cover one, man coverage. And you see how everybody was impressed. When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage. You jam them. And it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process. And that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT.
And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Play action. Here's Manning. Still looking to his right. Going to try to get it himself. He makes the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down. And I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping him.
All over him immediately.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes, and that ball bounces, and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB, and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3.
And that's back-to-back frustrating runs for this offense, man. They've got to do a better job. The big hog mollies up front. They got to create some lanes, somewhere to go. Now this offense is backed up in a 3rd down and long situation where they know they got to throw the football.
Third down, and they need 15 after 2 negative plays. Manning from the gun on third down. Escapes the pressure going right. Got the big pause on it, but couldn't hang on. Instead, it'll be fourth down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Oh, and the attempt is no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
The run inside. It's Bowens. Turns it on at midfield. A big play. Gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
You know, the RPO game now in college football really puts the defense in a bind, and it forces them just to freeze a half second as they try to distinguish between the running back and the quarterback. Who's keeping the football? On that play, it was the running back, and he made him pay.
It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. They'll ride the hot hand. 7-yard pickup on that one is now 2nd and 3.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Fires to the right. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
DKR heating up and trying to make 3rd down impossible here. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball's incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
The give on 4th down. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. From that spot on the field, you had to expect them to go for it, and it worked out.
Why the heck would you not go for it? I mean, I almost want to go for it on every part of the field, but especially once you start to get this deep in territory. But you're also, field goals aren't 100% at this distance. It's a little bit of a longer kick. Let's try to keep this drive alive and try to go get extra points.
Fresh set of downs going up top. And he'll make the grab along the sideline, but he's not able to get to the first down mark.
You know, outbreaking routes can make some play callers nervous, but not this guy. When you have a quarterback that throws it on time and puts it out in front of his receiver like that, as a coordinator and play caller, you can call that route all day.
And the Bulldogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Selling the fake. Misses badly on that one.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
He'll be stopped short. It'll be 4th down, and let's see what the decision is here.
And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I think the offense is going to stay on the field. You've already seen it once on this drive, and they've already been successful. You know how hard it is to defend when there's an extra down, and they do it over and over again? So I think this offense will continue to stay aggressive like they were in the last fourth down.
And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
Looking for space. It's Smothers. Swamped immediately.
And I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
They missed a field goal on that last drive, but here on third down, they can't afford for this possession to come up empty. Manning from the gun on third down. And the diving catch down the right side. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Let's take a look at the numbers through the first quarter. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. The Longhorns will call on their punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Looks it in. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves. And I think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Man, a lot of times offenses, they feel really good when it's second and short after a good run on first down. You'll see them be aggressive. They choose to run the football, defense ready, now setting up a third and short situation. Are they going to run it 3 times in a row? The defense probably going to be ready for that.
Georgia comes quickly to the line.
And the defense gives up the first down. And here they go. They're going fast. No time to substitute. Got to communicate quickly and get back on the line of scrimmage.
Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. Makes a connection. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. Back to throw, it's Stockton. Taking a shot. Oh, you want to take better care of the football there. Lucky to get that one back.
This quarterback is living dangerously now. He threw a pick earlier in the game, and he almost threw another one right there. These windows are tight. He's got to be really good with his decision-making.
They'll move the tight end. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Hits inside, it's Bowens. Not much there on the run. He gets one to the 31.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
I really like this offense staying aggressive. They were in field goal range, but nice job on 3rd down. Forget that. Let's go get the 1st down. Let's throw the football. Nice read, nice catch. Now set up with a 1st and goal situation.
The Bulldogs line it up with a 1st and goal. Let's send the tight end in motion. Driving forward, it's Bowen. And he's in. Touchdown, Dogs! The extra point here would tie the game. And they did tack on the extra point. They took it 68 yards on that drive and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Coming out with it, it's Simon. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. He steps out of bounds, couple yards short of the 20. They'll mark it at the 18 after that pickup.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The big pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Manning, look out! And it's a sack. If there's ever been a position group that sort of identifies with the team's mascot, it would be the bulldog mentality of this Georgia front.
Those hunkering down dogs up front, they got to hunker down and stop the run and be physical. And then guess what? It gets into passing situations. Now I'm quick. Now I'm on the edge. Now I'm making that quarterback's life a living you-know-what.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Buying time to his right. Trying to make magic with his feet. It'll be a 1st down as he gets it to the 24-yard line.
They call 3rd down money down for a reason. Like 2nd down, they get the sack, put them in a situation where it's a known passing situation. And how about this offense, man? They're trying to throw the football down the field, but this guy doesn't panic. He doesn't flinch. Does a nice job. Nobody covered. Doesn't force the football. And even better, takes up.
He's got it along the sideline. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
And man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a...
He's got it way down the field. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. Wide receiver comes in motion. Running the red zone. It's Smothers. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver going in motion. To throw, Manning. Out wide right, it's Wingo. Stop at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal.
And how about this drive? Like this offense, just the composure, backed up inside your own 10, a little bit nervous to start, and then you come out, put some plays together, put an explosive play on paper right there, and now set up to go from all the way inside your 10 and possibly get a touchdown.
And the Longhorns trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal.
Ready? Red 18. Ready, go.
They'll try to get it in with the run. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Texas! They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him stopped, and he was close to taking that one a long ways down at the 38. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. From the gun, it's Bowens. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun here with Nate Frazier. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. Under pressure, and it's incomplete on 3rd down.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. Trying to get started. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Here's Manning to throw. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting him a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, this offense really is putting themselves behind the 8-ball right now on this drive. Sack, first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so third in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
The misconnection leaves him with a third down. Motion from the back. Manning lines up in the gun on third down. He's not afraid to go deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. The Longhorns will punt it away on fourth down. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Making his first move. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Here's a give to Frazier. Only able to pick up a yard. It'll be 3rd and 9. Timeout taken by Texas. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Looking to throw it, Stockton. They go to the wide receiver screen. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. 3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Here's Arch to throw. Here comes the heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. With the catch, it's Wingo. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. This defense will try to keep everything in front. Sends it downfield. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. They make the stop, and he's got enough for the first down, and now this offense might have a chance to do something. And that'll do it. Here in the second quarter, halftime has arrived, and we head to the studio. toe to leather and get this second half started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right, that pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different looking football game.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They go play action with Manning. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. And it's knocked away, incomplete on 3rd down.
That is the exact energy they talked about at halftime, like coming out with right now for this defense. You're trailing, but it's a close game. It's a one-possession game. Come out and set the tone. That's exactly what they did, forcing the punt on the first drive.
Makes a move. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. Tackled way behind the line. It'll be a loss of 7.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off. And it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
And I thought the game plan has been so good by this defense, man. They know exactly who his go-to guy is out wide, and they're doing a great job of mixing up coverage, taking that away. Listen, this QB doesn't have to go to him, and that's where I think you look next. Who's your next best playmaker that can make something happen for you? Maybe go find him, because they're locked in on that star out wide.
Well, this offense is given a lesson right now on how to fight through adversity, because 1st and 2nd down was ugly, but they come up with that huge completion to now set up a manageable 4th down opportunity to keep this drive alive.
Looking for room, and he is knocked down immediately after the catch. That punt coverage team had its hair on fire. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They weren't able to move it on their last possession, ended up punting it away, but now in a tight game, another opportunity for this offense. Burrows his way for a couple. He's out to the 8. And the Longhorns come to the line in the hurry-up.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry-up, defense has to be ready.
Throwing Manning. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And that's a great job by this defense, limiting the yards after catch. We know guys are going to get the football in their hands, and he gets the ball out quick, gets it to him. Nice job running to the football. When you chase the football, man, a lot of good things happen. That ball pops out. You recover it, a forced turnover.
Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia! made the grab in the end zone.
And I love the play call on offense there. It's a sudden change situation. You just got the turnover. You're now going to take a shot because you got the defense on their heels after they're back on the field quickly. Really nice play call.
And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the third. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. And he's not going to take the touchback. He was bold to bring that thing out of the end zone, but he'll go out of bounds at the 17-yard line. Manning with a play fake. Looking to the big tight end. Can hold on in the face of the contact.
And both of these defenses, man, they've been so good. They've been physical. They've been great tackling, limiting explosive plays. But it's these type of plays right here. When it's kind of a 50-50, 60-40, where the offense has to make the play, the defense has been consistently winning in this football game.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Arch Madness. Rush right in his face. He's going to take off. Turning it on. Smashes through the tackle. The 30. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Texas. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
This quarterback is so good at creating. When plays break down, things aren't perfect. He has the ability to buy time, use his athleticism, and torch a defense, and he did it right there with his legs.
And he tacked on the extra point. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Slips through the line. Got a little room. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we are tied up in the third. So that one will put his name in the record books. You can't have a longer return in college football. 100 yards for 6. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He gets a block. This guy makes you hold your breath when he gets the football in his hands, and that last line of the coverage team, the only thing that stopped him from housing it. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Arch is going to throw for it. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
They'll need a bunch on second down. They'll give it to Brown. Bring him down.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Third and long right here. Manning from the gun on third down. He lets it fly. Goes high to pull it in. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player. and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
And it's been a struggle for this young man. I mean, listen, he's a pretty good player, and they depend on him week in and week out to be their guy to carry the mail. Just, it's not working, and the run game hasn't found a rhythm, and I think that's why this offense, they need something. They need a spark. They need to find some way to run the football.
They make the stop inside the 25, working closer to that red zone, a gain of 6. Line of scrimmage will be the 24.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
On the move. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just...
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Breaks into the open. The 40, the 30. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Bulldogs! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
And this defense comes up with another big play, man. They get the pick six. They get the mistake. They've been flying all over the field, playing well with their hair on fire, Palmer, forcing some turnovers, really doing a good job of confusing this QB.
Yeah, and on offense for the quarterback, you've got to stop with the turnovers. Now, obviously, turnovers lose you games. When you allow defensive touchdowns, the analytics show you your losing probability goes way up. Right now, they'd be out comfortably ahead if he would just stop giving the football to the other team. They need to settle him down before he gets back out on the field.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Longhorns head out, hoping to move the ball on this possession. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Manning. Right side, it's Wingo.
Need to do a better job as a defender tackling the catch. On the curl route, he had a chance to break on the ball, get the receiver down, couldn't do it, and as a result, they give up an explosive play.
The Longhorns lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. Manning from the gun on third down. Got it.
And that's a welcome sign for this offense, right? They haven't put drives together. Nice to see them execute on third down. At the very least, man, give your defense a rest. They've been playing a lot. Too many punts for this offense. Nice to see them execute on third down.
The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Hart's going to spin it again. Caught in the backfield, it's Smothers. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
Well, it's a great job by the quarterback there, understanding you're being blitzed, you know you're not going to be able to hold on to it very long, so find the back, get it into his hands quickly, let him go pick up the first.
Oh, he's got some space. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
Outside the pocket, lets it go. Coleman's got it on the right side. The chunk plays that they love, and he takes it all the way down to the 10. And the Longhorns, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Tough run here. It's Smothers. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him. And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defensive coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
This is a tough one. A 3rd and long from this part of the field. They can, though, pick up the first down. Looking to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
I tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. The lead now trimmed to 28-24.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Drop immediately. He got nothing on first down.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, 3rd quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Back to pass, it's Stockton. Finds his target.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him and get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
DKR heating up and trying to make 3rd down impossible here. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. So now let's take a look at the stats in what has been a nip-and-tuck affair. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down.
Well, this quarterback has struggled, having already thrown 2 picks. That should have been number 3. Somehow the defender dropped that one. Things not going well for this Q.
Georgia sends out the punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Going to field this one in tight quarters. He's got great speed. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Here comes the Texas offense. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Rushes on. Got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Longhorns! They move on top here on the 4th. one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Georgia offense, ready to go on the attack. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Throws to the tight end. And that is interception number 3 on the day.
Timing has to be so good. You're throwing at his own defense over the middle of the field. Ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late, and as a result, it's an INT.
Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. Quick give. It Smothers. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
And how about this offense, man? Being able to succeed, still winning without their bell cow, without their star being their star. This offense has not had a great game on the ground, but they're still in the lead.
The give on the counter. Runs through the tackle. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. On the run, it's Smothers. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
This offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be...
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorn. What a grab in the end zone for 6. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it up with the final 30 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Phillips. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Time is running short. They've let this game get away from them a little bit. They must get something done here to have a chance to pull it out late. And that one would have been picked off if he could have stayed in bounds, and the quarterback will live to tell about it. 2nd and long here. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bowen. At the 35, he's loose. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the 2nd level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Unloads to the wideout. Complete in the middle. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions, got to continue to get these first downs, move quick, don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
Running inside, it's Bowens.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to throw, it's Stockton. Looking for a big play. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day.
It doesn't get any better from your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
To throw, Manning. Looking for a huge play. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
And I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot and see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
To come up with a play on 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Out wide right, it's Townsend. Gets the job done on 3rd down as he gets it out to the 25.
Offense has practiced the situation. This is 4-minute offense. You've got the lead late in the game. You're trying to bleed the clock and just get first downs. They do that, they stay in bounds, and the clock keeps ticking.
Manning to the air again. Turns it upfield. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple. Clock continues to run, and they'll be happy to wind it all the way down before they snap it. Motion from the wideout. Here's Manning to throw. Stepping to the right. He's going to run it. And this is why a mobile quarterback is a defensive coordinator's worst nightmare. He has just been running wild all day.
And that's a big reason why this offense is so dangerous. If they get the lead, because of this guy's scrambling ability, they can just close the door, put that foot on your throat, and not take it off. Nobody was open that time. It looked like he was going to get sacked, and he just very nonchalantly was able to buy himself some time, gets outside, uses his speed, picks up the first down. The offense stays on the field. They've already got the lead, and now they're just bleeding this clock away.
Long way to go on second down. Looking to pass. It's Manning. Fires to the wideout. Tosses it incomplete.
And I tell you what, we've kind of gotten to the point where we expect QBs to be robots and just never to miss and always put it right on the face mask or right on the numbers. And right there, you could tell he just missed a little bit off, and I guarantee he's tapping his helmet saying, hey, that's my bad.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Gets the back moving. 3rd down from the gun, Manning. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And that's a better job by this defense. That's exactly what they've got to start doing more. He's had a lot of success on the ground. It's apparent. He will take off and move. So how do we keep him in the pocket? Get him behind the line of scrimmage, fluster him a little bit, and don't let him use those wheels.
They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job of handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive points.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. He's out of bounds at the 9-yard line to pick the return, and the offense will be threatening.
And another mistake from this quarterback. That's back-to-back drives now that have resulted in interceptions. He's got to find a way to find something different, get in a better rhythm, start seeing the field better, Palmer, because he's not in a flow right now.
Touchdown, Texas! Great job by the back on the option.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th. From deep, it's Phillips. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. You got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
Worked his way ahead for a pickup of about 6 yards on the play. Clock stops. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. And the Dogs are facing 3rd and inches. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a 1st down.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision. Nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
Looking downfield, it's Stockton. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Here's Arts to throw. Deep shot for the end zone. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
You don't get a lot of chances like that in games, guys. Take shots downfield, and when you get open, you got to finish the play, and the wideout's going to wish he had that one back.
Manning tries to pick it up on 3rd down. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. And I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. They're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put it.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Manning to throw for it on 4th. Fires toward the end zone. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
It is what it is. There's no pressure. This game's over. You're up by a ton of points. They're not going to come back here in the 4th quarter, so you're just trying to put up more stats. And listen, stats count. Like, we all count our stats. At the end of the season, we look up, we got 1,000 yards receiving. Like, all these plays still matter.
Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running.
I know one of the things this offense takes a lot of pride in the passing game is they feel like they can attack every area of the field. They have success when they throw it outside, but they're really good throwing to the middle of the field too. Quarterback has confidence. There's really good timing in this passing game, and you saw it right there between the QB and his intended target, getting that big catch.
Second and long here. To throw, it's Stockton. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Manning on play action. He lost one down the sideline. Makes a deep grab. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. Even in the fourth quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive, pedal to the metal.
So after the huge chunk play, they've got it first and goal from the 10. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Looking for the score! And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
And this QB's had some success, man, throwing to the football in the end zone. Like 3 touchdown passes today. Nice job by the defense responding, right? Don't give up more big plays. Understand he's going to be aggressive and take shots.
They had the big play to start the drive, but a couple of misfires now leaves us with 3rd and 10. And it's incomplete. He was looking to the end zone and trying to get 6.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling a rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Fires to the end zone. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. Drops back, it's Stockton. Catch in the middle, it's Humphries. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. Quarterback thinks this is a free play. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
And guys, I'm trying to find a way to be up here and be positive, and I guess here's how I'm going to be positive.
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Throws for the tight end. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Offense finally woke up, right? In the second half, they came out with their hair on fire. And David, I don't know if it had as much to do with schematics as it did guys just winning their one-on-one matchups. They told us coming into this game, they thought they had the horses to get this thing done. They just had to make the plays, and we saw that happen in the second half.
They did. They made the plays.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. After this, it'll be a wrap. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. He wants it all. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys had something to prove today, and man, did they go out and do it.
Man, they proved it, and they proved they were better. They thought they were better coming in. We were talking to them. They had a lot of confidence. They said, we're not ranked as high as we should be, and now they just showed the whole world. This squad is for real. We're going to be discussing them in the playoffs in the future, and they made a statement today, Palmer.
Yeah, that's the thing, David. To me, after watching that absolute beatdown, you can't help but think to yourself, this is a college football playoff caliber team. If they play like that, moving forward, if they put their A game together in all three phases, this is a team we're going to be talking about very, very late in the season.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.